Hello everyone, my name is Exoventure. Today I'm going to be painting this, or I'm going to continue painting this. One of the things I wanted to say, like I said earlier, was the green lighting. You see how it's kind of coming together at this point? The green lighting, it's a bit of a weird strategy, but it works. Of course, later on down the line, if I want, I could adjust this strategy by going through the edits. So I can do this. Let me just go ahead and show you real quick. So I'll go to hue saturation under the layer new fill adjustment. Now I can adjust this to whatever I want. So now I have this warm look going on here. And because it's a fill adjustment, I can just erase out what I don't want. So for example, I don't want the eye to be purple. If I want some cooler colors, I can mix that in as well. I want the ears to remain sort of yellowish as well. It gives me total control over things. That's later down the line. Usually I leave this for the last step. Now instead, I'm going to be continuing this drawing. This painting. Drawing. It's the same thing. I don't know why people like clarify so hard over it, because to me it's basically the same. Let's see. So far I like the painting. I'm not sure what I want to work on next though. To add in a little bit more black because other coats are pretty dark. Let's see. We got a little bit more color here. Less. Excuse me. I have a heater going on here, so it's a little bit. My throat's a little bit dry, I guess I can say. Let's see. I see the eyes are still a little bit pale. Add in a little bit of yellow here. Now, I forgot to mention earlier, or I should have mentioned this a little bit earlier, I switched back to Photoshop. I'm just too used to it at this point. As much as I still don't really like Photoshop, I moved back. Like, one of my issues right now is that, like, I want to see if I get the stroke right. Like, you can see here. Oh man, maybe it's just the way that Photoshop renders things. See how, like, jagged this is? I hate it. Like, until you... I'm not sure what the problem is, actually. I don't know why it's, like, doing that. It should just be, like, nice and smooth, because when you zoom in, it looks nice. It just looks crisp. But until you do, it's just, like... looks disgusting. Let's add a little bit of red here because the skin is a little bit thinner here and there's not much fur to cover the skin. The skin is usually a little bit red. It's like pale red, I think. Not sure what it looks like for a rabbit. Let's see. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting rid of some of these lines and try to, like, render the form around these lines. Render the lines into the form? Maybe that's what I want to say. Let's see. Let's work with the soft brush. What I like to do is work and try to get down the soft areas first, and then use the hard brush to get in the edges. But usually it looks a little bit better to get down the soft edges first because I tend to forget to get down the soft edges, and it doesn't usually look as good when he tries to do it with the hard brush. I mean, some people can do it just fine, but you know, me, I'm still not quite a professional. So let's see, have this. Let's add a little more light here. I actually turned off the music because it was kind of distracting. It's rare. I usually have music playing, but if it's not music I really like, it's more distracting than anything. One of the things I'm still having trouble with Photoshop in is that I don't have any texture brushes. So for example, in Clip Studio, I'd have a brush that would just draw in like the scales for me. So like I would have like a pattern like this, just repeating across the hand, and I would form it to the hand through edits, and it would make the hand look also. It looks more or less believable if you don't look too closely. Unfortunately, you know, with Photoshop it's a little bit complicated to do that. Not complicated, it's just I don't know how to do it yet. I see that like how to do it, but still you have to go do a bunch of things. Go through like you have to open the texture in another window and then save it into a texture thing. Then after you save it into a texture thing, then you can apply it to a brush. In Photoshop, in Clip Studio, you could just save a selection and that's it. Go back to the soft brush. I don't know how I ended up selecting green. Give me black. There we go. Might totally correct this earlier on than I thought. I have to keep an eye on my camera because for some reason I don't have like a proper webcam, so I'm using a phone stand basically. And the issue with that is that the phone stand, every now and then the phone pops off the phone stand. So you see me look back and forth between the phone, the camera and back at my computer. That's why I want to make sure that that doesn't just fly off the phone or fly off the stand as per usual. Let's see. So far I really like this. It's weird when I see like a leather coat like this because leather coat, when it's in shadow, it's really dark. Whereas like everything else is kind of like, if it's in shadow, it's kind of dark. But then with like a leather coat, it's just almost pitch black. So it throws me off a little bit. It's just that particular texture. Instead you get like a lot of light. It's like gray, black and white. Warm gray, warm white. One of the reasons why I really want to start this I really want to say let's play stream, but this art stream is because I wanted to see if I can motivate myself to draw a little bit more. I guess as an ADHD person, it's sometimes hard to just get myself to draw because I'm just sitting here for like God knows how many hours just drawing. Just sitting here drawing for hours on end in pure concentration. That's hard. Like if you give me multiple things to do, I can get it done. Like multiple things to do at once. But if you just tell me to sit here and just work through, I'm just like, oh man, just one thing? I can't do it. Ironically, if I work on multiple things at the same time, like listening to music at the same time as I draw, I can't keep focused. See what I tell you about? Excuse me. I'll figure out a way to repair this at some point. see. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure out where the camera is on this. There we go. Can I have back the camera? What is happening? Wait, I can have. There's a white balance option to this? Since when? Actually, no, I don't want to stop the connection. Alright, I'll swipe off the droid cam. Oh. Can I have the mic, the camera back? Phone? Would that be okay? How about I stop the connection? And then I restart it. Once again, I'm sorry, there we go. Huh, interesting. I never knew that there was like a proper white balance option. I would have worked on that first rather than like hunting around for a... I think it's slipping off again. Yeah, it is. Well, I guess I'm not streaming until I figure out how to get this right. Oh well.